Financial independence, retire early, f.i.r.e., is a movement of people who are dedicated to a program of extreme savings and investment that aims to allow them to retire much earlier than conventional budgets and retirement plans would permit them to do so. This program's name comes from the acronym for the phrase financial independence. f.i.r.e. is an acronym that stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early. It originated from the best-selling book Your Money or Your Life, which was written by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez in 1992. The core premise of the book is that individuals should evaluate every expense in terms of the number of working hours it took to pay for it. In the following video, we will discuss what it means to be financially independent. However, before we begin our video, we would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to our channel on YouTube and click the bell icon. This would be a huge help to us. Let's get started. Understanding f.i.r.e. The normal retirement age of 65 and the industry that has sprung up to encourage individuals to plan for it are both targets of the retirement movement known as f.i.r.e., financial independence, retiring early. The f.i.r.e., financial independence, retiring early, movement encourages its adherents to save the majority of their income in the expectation that they will be able to retire early and subsist exclusively on the income from the investments they have made decades before they reach the age of 65. According to a recent analysis by Vox, in recent years, the concept of pursuing a f.i.r.e. retirement has gained popularity among millennials in particular. Those who advocate for a lifestyle of extreme thrift typically remain gainfully employed for a considerable amount of time and put away as much as 70% of their annual salary. When their savings reach approximately 30 times their annual expenses, which equates to nearly $1 million, individuals may decide to quit their day occupations or retire totally from working. Followers of the financial independence, retiring early, f.i.r.e., philosophy take modest withdrawals from their savings each year, typically between 3% and 4% of the account balance, so that they would have enough money to pay their living expenses after retiring at a young age. This demands tremendous care on their part to monitor costs as well as dedication to the maintenance and reallocation of their investments. And the amount of diligence required depends on the quantity of their savings and the lifestyle they choose. The individual who follows a conventional way of life and has the goal of saving significantly more money than the typical worker while at the same time not wanting to lower their existing standard of living might consider the f.i.r.e. strategy. In most cases, a large salary as well as proactive tactics for savings and investing are required for it to be successful. This involves tight commitment to minimalist living and severe savings, which necessitates a far more constrained lifestyle. Lean f.i.r.e. is an acronym for Lean Financial Independence, Retire Early. Many people who subscribe to the Lean f.i.r.e. philosophy maintain a yearly budget of $25,000 or less. Barista f.i.r.e. is for those individuals who desire to find a middle ground between the two options presented above. They gave up working the standard 9-to-5 jobs, but they supplement their income with part-time work and savings to maintain a lifestyle that is more luxurious than a minimalist one. The first option enables them to receive health coverage, while the second option keeps them from having to withdraw money from their retirement savings. For whom is f.i.r.e. really? The majority of individuals are under the impression that those who can bring in a significant income, typically in the six figures, are the appropriate candidates for f.i.r.e. In point of fact, if you want to retire in your 30s or 40s, this is probably going to be the case for you. However, there is a significant amount that each person can learn from the concepts of the movement. These principles can help people save for their own retirement and even attain an early retirement, although not nearly as early as the age of 40. Also, keep in mind that the first component of f.i.r.e., which stands for financial independence, is something that, if accomplished, might enable you to work at something that you enjoy doing rather than something that you are required to do instead of retiring. f.i.r.e. is not only about retiring early, as the author Robin asserts in the book, rather, it teaches you how to consume less while living better. Detailed planning. It is important for everyone to plan for their retirement. However, according to a report published in May 2021 by the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System, in 2020, 1 in 4 Americans had no savings whatsoever for retirement, and 36% of those who did have savings felt that their retirement plans were not on track, despite the fact that retirement planning is important for everyone. The financial independence, retiring early movement places a strong emphasis on establishing a comprehensive plan and adhering to it. These are ideas that can assist anyone in saving money for retirement and maintaining an adequate emergency fund. Economic discipline. In order to retire with financial independence, reigniting your passion, f.i.r.e., you need to maximize your income while simultaneously minimizing your expenses. To achieve your goal of retiring by the age of 40, you will need to take extraordinary measures. However, everyone can benefit from developing and adhering to a budget while doing everything in their power to earn as much money as possible. This can be accomplished by getting a better job, adding a second job, or creating additional revenue streams through sideline businesses or by owning rental property. Wise investment. Without making investments in their funds for retirement, no one can hope to have a comfortable retirement. FIRE followers typically invest a greater percentage of their income than the typical individual would be willing to do so. However, if you adhere to the strategy of setting aside a predetermined portion of your monthly income for investment and begin this practice as early in your career as you possibly can, you will be able to build up your retirement savings to the point where they will be sufficient to ensure your financial security in your later years. What does FIRE really mean? The phrase financial independence, retire early, abbreviated as FIRE, is a word that was first introduced in the book Your Money or Your Life written by Vicki Robin and Joe Dominguez, which was released for the first time in 1992. A version that had been updated and rewritten was made available in 2008, and then again in 2018. According to comments made by Robin, the purpose of the book is not to provide readers with a blueprint for retiring early, rather, it is to demonstrate to readers how to maintain a high quality of life, while reducing their material needs in order to lead lives that are more satisfying while simultaneously reducing their impact on the environment. Or, to put it another way, in Robin's words, if you live for having it all, what you have is never enough. How does FIRE work? The followers of the FIRE philosophy have the goal of retiring far earlier than the conventional retirement age of 65 by allocating up to 70% of their income to savings while they are still actively engaged in full-time employment. When their savings reach approximately 30 times their annual expenses, or approximately $1 million, individuals may decide to quit their day jobs or retire altogether from any form of employment. Followers of the financial independence, retiring early, f.i.r.e. philosophy take modest withdrawals from their savings each year, typically in the range of 3 to 4% of the total, so that they can cover their living expenses after retiring at a young age. The goal of those who follow the FIRE philosophy is to reduce their overall consumption and simplify their lives both while they are still working and after they have retired. What are some FIRE variations? There are a few different approaches taken within the FIRE movement. The Fat FIRE method is a more laid-back approach to save more money while making less sacrifices. A commitment to living a minimalist lifestyle is required for Lean FIRE. Barista FIRE is a program designed for people who want to escape the 9-to-5 rat race but are only willing to work part-time and are willing to reduce their overall spending in order to do so. Naturally, more traditional financial counselors have been willing to pitch in with their own versions on a FIRE retirement objective and how to attain it. This is because FIRE encourages early retirement. One technique recommends that a FIRE investor diversify their portfolio by holding both domestic and international equities and bonds. This could potentially increase the investor's success percentage by 20%. So, that's it for today. Please leave a comment below if you have any further queries, and our team will try its best to answer them as soon as possible. Press the bell button and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date of all the latest videos. Thanks for watching.